Even if it runs, the brakes don't work. I hate to be the negative Nilly, but this motor is not.
Hey, Craig, get ready for me. I'm coming in hot. Hey, Craig!
No way!
The Post Auto Cycle's back!
What?
Yeah!
3 years ago, the Pulse Autocycle became the only bike that Sean and I couldn't get running and ride home. Today, all of that's gonna change.
It's back, Craig.
Nice.
It's got some pretty big problems we gotta fix, but I think we can do it. But first, you gotta take it for a spin after it stops overheating.
I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to fit in it, am I?
Yeah, you got plenty of space, more space than you know what to do with. All right, so here is, well, I'll let you figure out the problems when you try it.
It's nice and warm back here.
Yeah, it overheats. The other problem is these tires are 50, almost 40 years old.
These side tires.
And the front tire.
Oh.
The back tire is new. It's only 10 years old.
Did a nice job with the tin work.
Oh.
What? Why?
Did you do that? That looks like something we would do.
Yeah, right.
We don't have enough air coming in. We barely have any air coming out.
Yeah.
Like, that's very minimal. We need to suck in more air, and then we need to figure out for that air to get out. It's only when you're on higher speeds. Slower speeds, it's actually not that bad.
Is this fan kicking on?
I can't hear it. It's just very loud everywhere. But first, take it for a spin.
Oh boy. Okay, so we got 1 pedal, 2 pedal, 3 pedal. Does this share shift gears?
Yes.
Okay.
Forwards is upshift, backwards is into neutral right now.
What do you mean it stinks? This thing's awesome.
Yeah, I know, it's the best. He's gone, Dan. Never to be seen again. We'll find him somewhere in a ditch, like the last time we found Craig.
The engine in this motorcycle was completely shot, and the only way to get it back up and running was to do an engine swap. Sean ended up selling the Pulse Autocycle to someone that had a better idea. They just took a whole GSXR 1000 and stuffed it in there. And although it ran good enough to do this, it definitely didn't run good enough for Sean to ride it the 700 miles back home to Tennessee. The brakes are so bad. I want to keep going.
It's fun, right?
Dude, this thing is awesome. I want to do a cool burnout. Wow, this is so cool, man.
The way the clutch is like you got nothing,
Right.
nothing, and then like where my foot, I can't pivot it anymore. You have to use your whole leg. That's where the grab is. That's where the friction zone is.
I don't know if we can adjust this linkage any or lube it up maybe.
Yeah, I think we can probably adjust the clutch.
Man, dude, this is awesome.
Not bad, right?
Right. I think it's fixed, man. Just go faster.
No, going faster makes it overheat. That's what hurts it.
Outrun the heat.
Outrun the heat. Maybe we got to go past that.
You can't shut this because A, your head's not going to fit, but B, it's way too hot.
Duck your head down.
Dude, you're going to cook yourself. It's like a crock pot. You will die.
That's not bad, right?
Yeah, I guess room-wise, you're fine. This will kill you.
It will kill you.
All right.
Pretty awesome.
I'm sold, man. I like it. Let's go have fun. Rolling. If I need to.
Isn't it weird? I don't know, man. I feel like it's not that bad. It's not dry rotted or nothing like that.
Not that I'm seeing. Okay, so we fixed one thing.
Okay.
Come on back. Yep, we're clear.
You see where it's black? It's painted black.
Yeah.
I think we got to cut that out and then put a big giant scoop on here.
Like, let's start less intrusive and work our way to more intrusive.
Okay, the clutch. The clutch is sticky, but I think it might be sticky from the mechanism and the pedal mechanism.
Yeah.
So let me jump. Is it a hydraulic or a cable clutch?
Cable. So here's the adjustment. Here's your bottom adjustment on the clutch.
All right, let me jump in here. Can you still access it, or do you have to like lock me in?
Nope, you're good.
All right.
There, you're pulling.
That's the clutch is in the whole way.
Yep.
But we're not grabbing until like the very end is like this is where it's actually grabbing.
We're about out of, like, that adjustment's pretty much all the way out. I say we start lubing that linkage up there. Yeah, I think this canopy will slide right off the back, won't it?
Why did we never do this before?
That's a great question. This is clutch cable. Oh, okay, so they just ran this cable all the way up. Okay.
So can we at least adjust it?
Yeah.
So how do we get the grab earlier?
I feel like we need to shorten up that inner, but we're about out of adjustment back there. Hey, it goes right to there. That feels better already.
Feel better?
Well, I got a little spray in here. That helped, but it didn't help the adjustment.
You got some more like greasy grease?
That's what I was looking for. I have regular grease. How about self-thickening aero grease?
I was gonna say, we need some self-thickening aero grease.
It's all organic. Oh, missed.
Try to just pump it, get it all moved around, lubricated, something.
Road Pro 12 volt dual fan with mounting clip. Dude, do you have a cigarette lighter in that thing? I'll plug them in, clip them on, call it good.
This is the part where me and Craig are both trying to figure out different problems. Both important. Both important.
But we have to divide and conquer. I would not have guessed that was going to happen.
Yeah, it works. There's room in there. I think the problem is just airflow. Like, I think cut this out, and then maybe while you're working on the fan, I'm trying to figure out a big scoop to scoop that air in there.
Okay, so with bigger scoops, a fan.
Let's see when the fan kicks on.
Oh, yeah.
220.
It should kick on at 220.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe before we go, let's get it up to temp.
All right. It got colder.
Yeah. Now it's heating up. 168, 170. That engine sounds pretty good though. 196, 198, 199, 200, 210, 214, 216.
Fan is spinning.
Spinning?
Yeah.
220. It turned on? It turned on at 220?
No, it was spinning when I looked. And that fan is sucking heat. So I don't know, man. If we get another fan and put it in there and blow. Did you get it to overheat on the way here?
Yeah, it was hitting like 240.
Okay.
I don't know what overheating is, to be honest, on that bike though.
Well.
240 is probably pretty close.
So what if we did a couple things like the scoops and the doors or whatever? You have that clutch soaking, like we sprayed that. So that's doing that thing. The mail pony was here dropping off a bunch of parts. Ooh! My new Brunts are here. These things are comfortable right out of the box. The outsoles are EH rated and they're also slip and oil resistant. Not to mention they're heat resistant up to 572 degrees. I've been wearing boots in this price category for years. The problem is it always takes 2 pairs to get through the year. I don't think that's gonna be a problem since I switched to these Brunts, making them a fantastic value for the money. I'm not going back. And Brunt has a 30-day risk-free trial. If you don't like them, return them. Get a full refund, and Brunt's paying the mail pony both ways. Go to bruntworkwear.com/bearded10. That's bruntworkwear.com/bearded10 and use the discount code bearded10 at checkout. Now, I'm gonna put my boots back on and get to work. That ain't ever going back in.
Nope. Why did we take that out again?
I don't know, I forget. I guess this here's the adjustment, right?
That is an adjustment, you're right. A lot of adjustment space there.
Yeah.
Do we just start moving it one way or the other and see if it helps or makes it worse?
Well, is there some adjustment there on that? So if we make that longer, that's gonna push your pedal towards the floor.
Prediction, are we gonna make a bunch of changes and then just be like, I wish it was the way it was before because I could handle that? But that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna fly too close to the sun.
We're gonna fix it till it's worse. Okay, so if we pull that, we might be able to unscrew that Heim joint a little bit.
Okay.
Lengthen that rod, and then we may have to adjust with the cable.
So the problem we were having, if you ever felt like a sticky clutch or a sticky brake where it's just like it won't go like this. It goes like, you know, How do you describe that?
Yeah, it's not smooth. It's
very jerky.
Jerky and herky-jerky.
There you go. That's what I meant to say. Well, hopefully this will fix that, but it makes it tough to do it smoothly and slowly. Let's pop that door open, and then let's turn it on. Let me see if I can see if it feels better.
Okay, there you're in gear.
Okay, so I'm definitely disconnecting. Did we make it worse? Is that possible?
It's possible.
It's still grabbing at the very, very end. Turn it on real quick. Let me run over Dan real quick.
So is that all the way in?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can see from the cable where it actually, like, this is nothing, 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 nothing.
There it is.
Something. And then that is where it starts to grab. So, like, this is the only friction zone right here. Like, that's the friction zone right there.
There, so now that should have added free play.
Let's check it. In, out, out, out.
Is that any better?
I can't really tell.
The other thing we can get into doing is moving this arm around too a little bit.
Are we making it worse?
Well, I can pull in a whole bunch of free play now.
Okay, let's try that. I feel like it's going in the opposite direction. It's almost where it's even higher.
I moved it the other way. I'm curious to see now what that'll do.
Okay.
Are you, is the clutch out all the way?
It's out all the way.
You're not on the pedal?
No, not at all.
What happens now if you push pedal?
Oh, it does nothing.
Nothing, okay.
It's funny how little this brake pedal moves.
It's funny how little the brakes work.
What are the chances we can extend the steering wheel like 3.5 feet?
Well, considering we have like a day and a couple hours left and we haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, all right. Good thinking. I see another problem with this rod.
What's that?
It's where it connects to the cable.
Uh-huh.
They're not level, it's like this. So it's pulling the cable up.
Oh.
And it actually rubbed off the outside, the plastic of the cable.
All right, we're in gear, right?
Okay.
Clutch in.
Clutch is in.
Start letting it out.
Leaving it out.
Is that any better?
I think that is a little bit better. I think it's at a pretty good spot though.
We're close?
Yeah, we're very close. I just don't know. I just want to make sure that that when I press the clutch in, that it's actually fully disengaging the clutch.
So there we have some free play. All right, see what it does.
Let me fire it up. Let me see if when it's running,
Yeah.
put the clutch in, it's not moving forward.
And if it doesn't stop moving forward, just turn before you hit the house, please. Yeah, see there, it's posted.
That feels pretty good, Craig.
You like that?
Yeah, I mean, the clutch was in, it wasn't moving, and it was fully disengaging, I assume, when I pull it out, so I'd say that's a win.
Sweet. Well then, okay, so now you're off the clutch, right?
Yeah.
All right, I got some free play here. That's good. I'm gonna tighten that up.
We done did it, Craig. Craig, you have a leaf blower.
Yeah, the leaf blower.
I have an idea. Put your hand back behind the, near the radiator.
Okay, so yeah, the radiator's here, and you don't feel any air until your hand is right here.
So we're completely missing the radiator.
Completely missing the radiator by about this much.
So if we just angle these in a different way, have them come in front of the radiator,
Yeah.
we might be able to because right, this doesn't do anything. So the way this is going is this is blowing air behind the radiator on the engine.
Yep.
It needs to hit the radiator. I got an idea for that. Let's go to the store and try to find something to make some cowls, air cowls. So I think I got all the stuff I need to make this thing cool better, and we found these wheels at Tractor Supply, and they're the exact ones we need.
I'm gonna get this thing wrapped up so I can get these guys out of my shop.
Come on, Craig, you love the Pulse Auto Cycle.
When it comes back and there's just like flames coming out of it, we're sitting there warming up our hands. Yeah. I don't know, man. We walked away and came back.
Love it. I love the fact that I don't have to push it around anymore. It actually moves on its own.
It was awful to push around.
I'm just gonna let them do their thing for now. Greg's got a big night ahead of him.
Do I need to start with the thing that goes inside of it?
Because we wanted to take this air, right, force it back towards the radiator. Yeah, you need that scoop to like, yeah, Sean, you're right. Like bringing it here so that you're forcing it to go through the radiator.
It's gotta go up there and just go in front of the radiator, you know what I mean? All right, tell me what happens now. Where's that blower at?
I got something in front of the radiator now.
Well, and we don't even have anything diverting it in there. All right, so here is my plan. I'm gonna mock this up with cardboard. I want it to look something like this. A little scoop vent like that, we'll cut that off. Air comes in here and then flows in there. Hopefully it gets to the top of the radiator or the front of the radiator instead of what we was doing before, it's getting to the back of the radiator.
If we just pull these 2 bolts, this cap will come off, and that whole stub shaft should just fall out. I think I'm seeing that, right? Well, I guess there's only one way to try it. Let's try it.
And that is to try.
It is to try it.
Check it, Craig. Check it.
Oh yeah, man. Way better than I would have done. That is amazing, my friend. Man, that's impressive.
Just thinking like, you know, what would Craig do?
And then you just did it a lot better.
Bam.
Oh.
Are you dead, Craig?
Is
that made of wood?
No.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
We were gonna finish up tonight. Now we're gonna finish up
Next week.
next week.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that other one's broken too.
Both sides?
Both sides. Yeah, but now the problem is we're not getting any more bolts in. Well, there ain't nothing we can do now but continue doing what we're doing. So let's jack this up. We'll change that tire and then we're just gonna weld this on.
Let's see the situation, Craig.
So we got 2 broken bolts here. 1, there's 2.
We got it up.
Yay, us! Oh. Sean wants to see if this TikTok thing's real, where we weld a nut to it and it just turns right out. Now, what's the deal here, Sean? According to the TikTok video, this just spins out.
That sounds right. That's what Joe said.
The nut came off. Take 2. No.
Why is it not working?
Because it's not TikTok. I'm going to try this one over here. See what this one over here does.
All right.
Nope. Will it catch on fire?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Oh yeah, just pour it on there. Yeah, there you go.
Imagine how amazing it's going to be, Craig, when we get those bolts out.
I was just sitting here thinking, I'm like, I know these bolts aren't coming out, so the sooner we realize that and move on to actually fixing it.
Okay. Let's give it 2 more shots.
We got plenty of MIG wire and welder.
Also, if one of those bolts come out and we could have one real bolt in there and weld the rest of it, that's not bad.
It's not bad. That's almost as good as just welding both of them.
It's almost as good as welding both of them. Would you want to weld it right here off of it? Put the wheel on right now?
Yeah.
Or Do we grind that thing off real quick? Drill them out. Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Do you just want to go right for it, or are we going to sneak up on it?
I can just go right for it.
All right. Oh, good starting point, maybe.
They might not be the straightest.
They might not be the roundest.
They might not work at all. They might make everything worse.
But you know what?
But at least we're trying, and that's what matters.
Yo, dog. Tell me we don't have some holes that we can tap there, huh?
That one looks clean.
Let's find some bolts and tap that thing. Yeah, we'll put a little lube on there here for this tapping exercise. So when you're tapping fresh holes, you always want to back off your tap every little bit so that it breaks off that chip. And that'll keep you from breaking a tap.
You just back out a little bit, you don't back out the whole thing?
Yep, just a little bit till you feel the chip break.
Get it, Craig.
That's one way to drill a hole. All right, let's get that wheel on. Maybe before we did all this, should have seen if these bolts would go in the holes that we made. Is it stripping?
The thing about that is horrifying me. What's the torque specs for a...
Guten tight. Do we have them screws? Let's put these screws on quick before we have to stand on our heads.
Great idea.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get that thing on there.
Flippity doo dah.
Flippity day.
There it goes. Cool. That one's in.
Yeah, I'm glad that tire's on. I tell you what.
So we don't know if it's cooling any better.
No, not yet. Gonna have to go for a ride.
We need to figure that out. We have to go to the highway to get fast enough for it to overheat. One of us could ride in the back with a big spotlight,
So the other person can see.
so the other person can see.
Nice. I always wanted to be able to say that I took the wing off of an auto cycle. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
We did it. It's kind of easier than I thought.
Yeah. I'm glad we procrastinated for all those years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Whew. All right, there we go. It's late. It's almost midnight. It's almost tomorrow. And we only had today and tomorrow to do this. We still don't know if it's cooling, but we got tires changed, got some other things done. I broke a bolt. That took a while. What do you think, Sean?
We did it.
So far, so good.
We did it. How many more bolts are you gonna break tomorrow?
Hopefully none, because I want you out of my shop.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
All right. See you in the morning. There, I'm in. Throw some gaff tape on there. And
Bubble gum.
these things are made out of like Swiss cheese, I tell you.
What he didn't tell you is he loves Swiss cheese.
All right, should we go for a ride?
Do it.
I gotta be honest though, this is the most comfortable I've been on something sketchy in a while. Like, this is solid.
Yeah, I'm really comfortable too.
Getting the hang of this thing.
Give them some space. 246. Okay, trying to cool it off here. We're going to drop the RPMs. We're at 4,500 RPMs. 250. Got it to drop to 246 now. It's cooling down. I
So it's still, we've not completely solved the overheating problem. I don't even know if we can say that we made it better. Because at consistent speeds, we're still kind of creeping up.
I don't know, man. We need to mount a fan or something. We need to figure out how to get more air through that radiator.
Well, is the problem air in, or is it possible the problem is air out?
I can't see air out being an issue.
Can we pop the tail off on the way home?
Yeah.
And see if it does it?
Yeah.
Do we have the tools?
No.
I have a Leatherman.
Oh, I have my tool roll. Treat.
Kimi.
On. You did it, Craig. Yeah. Yay! Oh! Oh!
212.
All right.
So how'd that do? That not overheat?
It didn't overheat at all, but we didn't run it quite as good as we did when we were out on the highway. It went up 5 degrees when we did that little pull past them.
Well, so the theory of airflow getting out is clearly not the issue.
I would say so. I think it's airflow getting in.
You still think it's airflow getting in?
Still think it's airflow getting in. Wow, that's hot, dude. The frame's hot.
The heat's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think
And nothing's covering it.
I think we need to blow. Just if we had something in here just blowing across this, through the radiator and across the engine. I mean, that's what it's doing when it's on the road, right?
How about I start pulling this apart? You go find the stuff.
Okie doke. Zip ties and anything else I think we need to make this run cooler.
All right, that's the game plan. Let's do it. All right, let's mount it.
Where do you want to mount the switch?
Somewhere on the dash, somewhere like the easiest place to mount it. It can look awful.
Easiest place to mount it is it just turns on with the ignition.
Oh, let's just do that.
But if you want control over it, we can do that. So I'll bring power off of here and then we'll just switch our ground.
Yep.
Okay, this here's your switch. If you want to run this one is going to come to here, from there up to your switch.
Nothing says quality and permanence like gaff tape.
Zip ties and gaff tape. Okay, so that one's going to end up here at the plug. It's definitely blowing air. What are you thinking?
Let's put it all back together.
You want to put the back on and take it for a rip?
All right, yeah, let's throw the back on. All right, so we got the fan in. Let's test it again and see if that solves the problem. What do you think, Craig?
Let's do it.
Think it's gonna work?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a 98% chance it works 48% of the time.
Man, I just want to be out there. I want to get it back on. I want to get on the road. Once it hits to like 180, I'm gonna put the fan on and see if that helps keep it down. Now, what's interesting is my RPMs are crazy low. I'm at 4,000 RPMs. It's not yet gone above 210.
Everything good, Sean?
Yeah, I'm headed back. I've not hit over 220 yet, but I still really haven't hit highway speeds. I never got over 222, but I wasn't doing highway speed, so maybe like 55, maybe 60. So I couldn't get like a consistent like 65 miles an hour, you know what I mean?
Good news is you know how to cool it off. You know, you just have to ease up on it.
The fan's not hurting anything.
No, it didn't hurt.
I'm sure it's helping.
I got a little antifreeze like additive that says it's supposed to help keep things cool. I don't know.
You can throw it in there.
Could. Let's see what I got. Cool down. VP Fuels Cool Down. Coolant Performance Improver. Improves heat transfer, protects against...
That's what we need.
Runs up to 30 degrees. Cooler, reduces cylinder head temp up to 75 degrees.
Holy cow. Why don't we start with this?
Guys could have been halfway home by now.
We dumped that whole bottle in?
This treats up to 20 quarts.
Just dumped the whole bottle. We need all of it. We need all we can get.
And just like that, our time was up. So we said our goodbyes, and Sean started the 700-mile trip back to Tennessee without me. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. See you next time.